So for the past few months, I've been exploring Beijing on foot. I have gone to the Hutongs, I did a 50-kilometer challenge, and I even woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go on a walking tour. But one thing that has been very consistent in the comments section was, where is the bike ride? Why don't you go on a bike ride? You should go on a bike ride. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going on a bike ride. Whee! But first, we need to find a bicycle. Though that shouldn't be hard because shared bikes are everywhere in Beijing. What is it going to be? What's it gonna be? I use this green brand very often, but now they've upgraded their bicycles to this. It is similar in form, but it has a much more comfortable seat. The seat is quite thin and hard as a rock. This one is like sitting on feathers. So we found our bicycle. Go! Let's do this. Oh, crazy traffic, crazy morning traffic. Probably should not be doing that, cycling in the middle of the road, but YOLO. You get used to the craziness of traffic here after a while. Better stay in my lane. I feel like in every video, this appears in at least one shot. The central business district of Beijing. Story of my life. All roads lead to the CBD. The road we're on right now is called Chang'an Avenue or Eternal Peace Avenue, and it is the #1 street in Beijing. Depending how you look at it, it could either be a 46-kilometer road connecting the western side of the city to the eastern side from Tongzhou to Shijingshan, or in a more strict perspective, it could be just 3.1 kilometer. But in any case, this is important because it crosses through the political and geographic center of the city, Tiananmen Square. And it's a green light, so we go. And actually underneath us is line 1 of the Beijing subway, which was the first line to be opened here in the city. Says Dongdan 1.5 kilometers, Xidan 5 kilometers. The actual strict sense of Chang'an Avenue is the street between these 2 points, Xidan and Dongdan. I had to stop my bicycle just so I can show you this floral arrangement. Look how huge it is. These are here because of the National Day holiday. They usually try to decorate the streets, and then in the back there is another one with the astronaut and the space station. Anyway, beautiful stuff. Now back on the road. East Chang'an Avenue. This is where the real 3.1 kilometer stretch of Chang'an begins. And actually it is this stretch that normally when China has military parades, this is where all the military equipment, the tanks, the whatever it is, this is where they pass. And because of how heavy these equipments are, this concrete is reinforced. Here we are, Tiananmen. You have the square right there with the very big floral arrangement. On your right, Tiananmen Gate.
your rest, you have the Great Hall of the People. On both sides of the streets, there are no billboards. It is not permitted to have billboards, advertisements on Chang'an.
Oh wow. Do you think I can catch up with him? That guy right there? Let's put these legs to work. Come on. I can do it. Oh, okay, it's a competition. Come on! Can I do it? Closing the gap. Work, legs, work! Work, legs. Come on. They slowed down. Whew. Here we go. Success. I'm out of breath. Wow. And actually with that, we end our Chang'an Avenue adventure. This is it. This is the stretch. Whoa, I need to stop for a minute. Whew. That was intense. We are getting out of Chang'an Avenue. The road continues, but we are going to go north a little bit to check out some really cool, interesting old sides of Beijing. Let's go. This is Xidan, a shopping center in Beijing. One of the things that really left an impression on me as a naive little boy who came to China 10 years ago and still does are these bridges that link between malls. I just think it's so fascinating how huge these structures are. You don't actually need to walk on the street level. It's just, you just hop from one mall on one side to another and then in between malls. This is part of the old city of Beijing. The architecture is quite different. The streets are narrower. You see that there are low rises here, a lot of Hutongs, these narrow alleyways that are very characteristic of Beijing. And you could tell that like this area is a lot more intimate. It's a lot more, you know, keeping to itself. I find it a little bit comforting because I come from a small country and coming to Beijing was like a shock to see how big a city or a country can be. And so now in these old quarters of the city, I really find comfort because I am reminded of my roots.
Now we're going to take a detour so I can show you a place that I think is very underrated and that should be known by more people. This is my mission in life.
So the reason why we're making this quick pit stop is because of this place right here, the Meilanfang Memorial Hall. And let me explain this sentence. Meilanfang is one of the most famous actors of Peking opera of the 20th century. He was the first person to bring Jingju from China out to the world. And more interestingly, Meilanfang is a male performer of female roles or dan, and that was because at the time women were not allowed to be on stage. This used to be his personal residence between 1949 and 1961, and now this place is turned into a sort of museum divided into an exhibition hall where you can see a lot of his beautiful stage costumes, as well as stage directions, handwritten notes, and photographs that you could not see online. And another part of this place is his personal residence, you know, the study, the guest house, the bedroom with all the original furniture. I came here last year because for me, 2021 was mostly spent studying Peking opera or Jingju, and so I came here for homework, and it was a beautiful experience. You get to see these invaluable costumes up close, and you learn more about this icon of the Chinese theater. So this place really has a very close place to my heart.
Off we go. Oh, and red light. So we stop. I don't know where we're going, but this looks nice.
You know, they say in Beijing there are 3,600 Hutongs with names, and those without names are as many as the cow's hair. So, yeah, Hutongs are and amazing.
Here it is in all of its glory, Gulo.
This is Gulo, or the drum tower, and its companion right here in green and white is Zhonglo, or the bell tower. And both of these buildings, back in the day in ancient China, they were timekeepers. Zhonglo would sound in the morning because the bell was thought to be the sound of heaven, and Gulo would sound at night because drum was thought to be the sound of earth. These two buildings have been around since the Ming Dynasty, the 1400s, up until the 1924, when the last emperor was dethroned, Puyi. These were decommissioned. And now these are some of the major attractions here in the city. Gulo is a little bit more famous because it has a whole area named after it. I think in Beijing you can gauge a place's fame and importance by whether newlyweds come and take pictures next to it or not. And the fact that we have one couple and then another right in the back, this place is A-OK.
Ta-da! Look at this. Lake.
But this is not one lake. This is actually two lakes. This one right here is called Hohai, or back sea. And this one right here is called Qianhai, or front sea. And together with Xihai, not in the picture anywhere, or West Sea, they make Shechahai, which is actually an artificial trinity of lakes, man-made. It has been around for 700 years, but back in the days it was the prerogative of the royal family, whereas right now people can come and take a stroll like myself, or if they're interested they can go and shop, eat. There are plenty of businesses around, and if you really want to be close to nature, you can rent one of these boats and pedal around. This guy behind is doing a little bit of paddleboarding because it's very trendy in China right now, or you could just take a stroll, which is what I'm about to do. Because this GoPro is dead, so there's no way that we can be on the bike anymore. We need both hands to film. Actually, just one, and one to to gesture. Let's go. Actually, change of plans. I realized that I can hold one camera in one hand and then cycle in another. I have no idea how far I can go, but let's give it a try. You can actually take one of these red tuk-tuks to go around. The drivers will actually tell you a lot of the history of this area, but why pay money when you can watch me? We were right here at the bridge, and thanks to the bicycle, we are here right now halfway through Hohai Lake. This is Qianhai Lake, or the front sea. And then, oh look, I have just found Xihai, which to me is an unexplored territory. And to give you a little bit more perspective, this is Shichahai, Hohai, Qianhai, Xihai, and this is the Forbidden City. We are just up north from the Forbidden City. You have the Bell and Drum Towers that we just been to, and Chang'an Avenue that we started the journey on. And that's basically what we've been doing today. Where's the lake? I feel now we're back on the main street. We need to go back into nature. And what do you know? We are back on the same bridge where we left. This was a full circle around Hohai. And with this, we come to the end of today's video. I had so much fun. I didn't even know that I could cycle and film at the same time, but multitasker right here. Thank you for everyone who suggested that I would go on a bike ride, and I hope you guys enjoyed the ride I took you on today. This was all for me for this week. I will see you next time. 再见. Do you know how some people have FOMO, fear of missing out? I have FUNFI, which is fear of not filming enough. And I thought I would show you just exactly what is in store for you with businesses on the side streets of Hohai. Trinkets, more trinkets, souvenir shops right here, yes. What else? Oh, a place for pottery, great. Tea sets, awesome. And then here you have foods. More foods, and even more foods. More food as well. Yep. Again, back to the bridge. And this time, it's really 再见.